Big U, Loose Cannon, Brick Baby, what do they have in common? Let's get to the meat and potatoes of the meal before we even start pushing the peas around, okay? So, Big Brick Baby catches the case, federal case. Everybody remembers when he caught the case, didn't do no jail time for it, got caught with mad guns. You don't find that suspicious? But then he says there's nothing to worry about. He obviously did a deal with the feds, and Tom was winding down. What we can tell from the aesthetics of things is that Brick Baby told he did a deal with the feds, and Tom was winding down. Big U was supposed to be an ally and an asset to the LAPD and the feds to quell gang-related issues. They even gave him a 501k and a special cell phone that he calls in and lets them know when things is going awry in the neighborhood that he can't get a control of, and they can send a bigger police force and XYZ. This was Big U's freaking position as the leader of the Crips and also a member of the feds, right? A federal agent, as you will, if you wish, right? So with him doing that, he fell into some financial troubles, as we know. Whack 100 was glad to tell everybody about. Even though he's getting $500,000 a year from the government, he was living beyond his means. He was also getting, you could say, about $1 million a year off of illegal check-ins and just little briberies and little robberies of NBA players, NFL players who love to flaunt their money and show how gangster they are and how street they are, but they're being extorted by this man, Big Useless, who's now sitting in jail because he killed, with his own hands, at 50-something years old, a young rapper who also was a football star. They thinking they're going to say PNB Rock or Nipsey Hussle. No, it's the DNA found under his nails that's been public for about a year and a half to 2 years, if I may. I'm not sure if it's been a two summers yet, but that information, when it came out, his mother was trying to go viral, but I think Whack 100 was blocking it just to save Big U. Because then all of a sudden, when him and Big U, yeah, I can say 2 years, because 2 years ago, Whack 100 and Big U was cool. So I can say, because remember, they did like a Gillian Wallow show together. Yeah, shout out to you. They did a Gillian Wallow show together where Whack was asked who's the biggest Crip, and he said Big U, and Big U was asked who's the biggest Blood, and he said Suge Knight, instead of just like saying like Whack 100 or somebody, right? But I'm glad Whack 100, I'm no Whack 100 glad he ain't say that because he'd be a part of a Rico too. I ain't Blood. So, you got Brick Baby, who has been trying to tell the world for some reason that they did Little Pab for Little Durk. He's been trying to tell the world. For some reason, he has not been able to keep that information a secret. He has been trying to subliminally say it. He's been saying it on radio shows. He do little tweets. He posts little stories and posts the song part where Lil Durk is talking about get back, and then he be like, as a caption that he writes and all that, right? He's been trying to tell the world that the 60s did Little Pab for Durk, and that it wasn't no 10K or 100K hit. It was $1 million hit. That Durk paid $1 million for that, right? Another reason why these dudes is locked up, because someone from OTF thought he saw a moment. That a lot of the reason that the 60s drawdown, Operation Drawdown, because they taking draws down, right? The reason that the Fed case had to happen so abruptly for the 60s Crips in California is because somebody in OTF thought they was making a deal. I bet nobody know that. All of this stuff is public knowledge. Like, I wonder how much the feds got on Little Durk now that the case with FBG Duck Mama just got, it failed with no settlement. She was suing Lil Durk and King Von, which I think was a mistake. I think she was just supposed to sue King Von's estate, and that she would have beat King Von's estate, and I think the feds wanted her to do that because that's what they was pushing her towards, but she keep trying to sue Little Durk. And when she speak on live, she kind of tries to edge it towards she's suing Little Durk on behalf of Tuka's mom, which is like, it's noble, but is that gonna help your case? Like, you know what I'm saying? You suing King Von because he put a hit out on your son and his music. You're not allowed in America, you're not allowed to benefit off the death of another American. You're not allowed to monetize death of another American, especially one that's been killed by the hands of you, right? So I think she was supposed to just sue King Von's estate. but she sued Little Dirk and King Von's estate and lost the whole case. I'm hearing she lost the whole case. I'm hearing she didn't lose just the Little Dirk and that the King Von case is still pending. I heard she lost the judgment with no settlement. And then that just means, you lost the whole case, right? So it just makes me wonder what the Fed's going to do with Lil Durk now that his money is not frozen. Shouldn't him not losing that case should unfreeze his assets? Even though he's dealing with the Feds, it should unfreeze his assets. And then he should, I don't know, maybe he'll be coming home soon. Maybe his lawyers will be able to work some stuff out or whatever like that. Because if you take FBG Duck off the table for Little Durk, hold on, what it's telling me? What it's telling me? If you take FBG, what up, y'all? What up, y'all? I can't read it right now. I'm freaking. I'm driving. You feel me? If you take FBG Duck off the table for Little Durk, a lot of the other stuff got to come off the table too. It's like, wasn't this because of that, and this because of that, and that because of this? Now things from Little Durk perspective, coincidence. Cause my brother was just at a club. I wasn't no get back. The man who did your brother is gone. My brother's gone. What do you mean? One day my brother's here, my brother gone. One day that dude was here, now he gone. Just stuff like that happened in Chicago. A lot of stuff become coincidence now. Back to the matter at hand. Brick Baby was doing his damnedest to tell. And I always wondered why. And I figured it out. I figured it out right before he got locked up. Just like a lot of these girls who are becoming internet celebrities and internet famous, and it look like they're willing to do anything. Like, you'd be like, yo, this girl has no dignity, no integrity. Like, she is really putting it all on display. She says anything. She's basically in front of a room full of people telling a rapper that she'll give him fellatio that she just met, who's not even like a big head top rapper. He's like, this dude's up and coming. She just willing to be famous because she want to be on some reality shows and she want to do this, that, and the third and get her shot at fame so she can have a shot at easy money and not never having to work, right? The thing with them girls who I'm describing is just like what happened with Brick Baby. They get these things called BBLs, and the BBL can only last for 8 years. Diamond the Body was saying this on an episode of Baddies. She was saying that the BBL only lasts for about 8 years, so you gotta make it work. You gotta make it worth it, and you gotta make it work. Brick Baby's time of freedom without being labeled these things that Whack 100 was calling him, it rhymes with itch, it rhymes with at. Without Brick Baby being able to traverse the streets and the internet streets and the YouTube streets without being called these names was big to his presence, to his internet presence and his ability to keep on feeding his family, right? But he was running out of time. You made a deal with the Feds. They caught you with an AK-47. They caught you with a hell pup pistol. Crazy. These are guns that you hear about in video games. They caught you with a hell pup. They caught you with precision ammo. They caught him with mad federal offenses. Damn, you're lucky they didn't catch you with a silencer. You'd have got an assassin's charge, right? So boom, right? Brick Baby for the last year, I'd say, has been trying to open another door for himself. And if you paid attention to him, he always talked about was something called bussy. He was talking about his bussy is good, and I had to, do not search for things on Twitter. Like, if you are scrolling through Twitter and you're looking for like fights or something, or you're just looking for like some sports highlights, whatever I don't know what good you would be doing on Twitter, but if that's what you're using it for, I'm not gonna judge you. Let's say you was looking through highlights, or you're just on Twitter, and the thought popped in your head, oh shit, Brick Baby been talking about bussy, and you type that in the search bar to figure out what that is, your eyes will cry like a person rubbed onions in them. Twitter has no filter. When you type in what he was saying, it takes you to the land of LGBTQ, right? Well, I don't want to say that, because I'm just talking about intercourse. I don't know. I don't want to associate the LGBTQ with just intercourse, because I hope they're all not just doing it for like intercoursal purposes. So I don't want to equate that stuff. That's literally like saying Arab and kaboom in the same sentence. You don't have to equate both to each other just because that's what they're known for. I'll take that back. So it wasn't LGBTQ things. It was sexual deviance type of things. It was a sexual preference, sexual deviance type of thing. When you type it in and you see what Brick Baby bussy is about, right? They don't show him, they just show you what bussy is. It's the male equivalent to if you change the letter B to P, right? It's what the male equivalent would be. So, phone. Stop falling down. Stop falling down. Brick Baby has been trying to open a lane for himself with a certain demographic to protect him. He was trying to blow himself up more. He was talking about how he liked Gucci Mane's pussy and how he about to take a shot. He started stripping on camera a lot. I don't know if people remember that. He started stripping on camera a lot. He was really trying to open a lane for himself where he would be protected from the next level because he had this level behind him, but it did not work and he was running out of time. To the point where he started arguing with Whack 100. They were supposed to be putting Kill Squad in the street. Then all of a sudden he's doing podcasts with Whack 100. He on the phone with Whack 100. He doing a podcast with Luce Cannon. And now we enter the dragon. Luce Cannon. Luce Cannon, what you got to do with all of this? Yeah, they ain't playing with no boys, man. They got fair cases for all of that evil they did to their communities out there killing people and selling drugs, and then they want to come back and give turkeys. Don't nobody want your turkey, man. Don't nobody want your turkey, dude. You out here killing the community. Don't nobody want your turkey. But yeah, right? So she had a light hit me and somebody high beams right there. Goofy, inconsiderate people leave their high beams on everywhere they go because they're less than the normal human. Like, I wouldn't, like, those are the kind of people that when you see them, you just bypass them. Just like dude right here, he wanted to race, so I just turned a whole different direction. I'm not racing nobody. I'm living on my own accord. You don't get behind me and make me drive faster. We're not on the side of each other about the race. I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people are crazy out here. I'm talking about. So we get the loose cannon. I'm talking about these people are crazy. We get the loose cannon. These people are crazy. Let's talk about loose cannon. Sweetheart, he come on the internet trying to be the toughest, biggest gangster in the world. He's pulling guns on people. He's jumping people. He's beating people up. He's just known, and he's telling stories about robberies. I mean, it's safe to say Meek Mill got something to do with them getting arrested too, because his name is plastered all through the papers. Meek Mill's name wouldn't be in the paperwork if Meek Mill never ever sought police help or some sort of police assistance after this. Because why don't they have other names of other rappers they robbed? People have to pay attention. Stop believing these rappers. Rick Ross is a correctional officer. The moment that shit happened, he started trying to make connections within his correctional officer. You know, an officer in LAPD. I know LAPD work. Hey, yeah. This shit. Oh, the connection. When you put these rappers together, the connection is crazy. Big U and Loose Cannon sitting in the chicken and waffle spot making a video, and then saying stuff about rappers and checking in and the rappers who are too tough or whatever. And then what happened to PNB Rock in that same chicken and waffle spot, nearly in the same seat. Almost like they want to put the rappers near the window seat so that you can see them. Like the rappers want to come through Roscoe's and have their jewelry on. That's what he said. He said something about checking in. It matter who you check in with, because if you check in with the wrong people, then the right people gonna be mad. Like, nigga, what? So Loose Cannon goes on this rant where he's exposing Big U, and we robbed this rapper, and we did this for Big U, we took 50K from Rick Ross, and I wish I could have told Meek Mill to just give up the jewelry, but we had to just take it off his neck. Nigga, give me that, and then da-da-da-da, how the 60s are so connected. This is definitely a RICO, because more people gotta go. I am advocating for the rest of the people that Loose Cannon was mentioning to get arrested as well. The pawn shops, I want them people arrested. They are helping degrade the community. That means that when somebody come in there, a gang member, let me paint the scenario for you. So now, you checked in with these people. PNB Rock checked in with the people he checked in or didn't check in at all. So as a result of that, he gets robbed and killed broad daylight in a chicken and waffles restaurant, right? Boom, his jewelry gets taken. I just want you to stay with me. Because more arrests need to be made in this RICO. There's more people that need to go down, and I don't care if it's supposed to be a street nigga, hood nigga, black nigga. I'm not advocating for the degradation of the community any longer. I'm no longer a local terrorist. I see it the other way. They need to be arrested immediately. Lock them all up. So what happens is he gets took out, he gets his jewelry taken. Right? I know I keep on saying stay with me, and then I go off into some other stuff. I got ADHD, my bad. So he takes the jewelry, the robbers take the jewelry to the pawn shop. The pawn shop sees the jewelry, blood on the jewelry, whatever. The pawn shop sees the jewelry. Who thought of this, man? This stuff look good. Can you melt it down, Dada? Give me this money. The pawn shop would get a dude like, all right, here, I got 2 for you right now. I got like 2,000. I'm gonna melt, because he got to keep it real. It's an act. I got 2,000. I'm gonna melt it down, and when it's done, come get the rest. The moment that dude leaves, he calls Loose Cannon, the pawn shop dude. Yo, I just gave such and such 2,000. It's a dude named da 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 da. Loose Cannon don't go do the work. Loose Cannon makes a call. He starts calling, connecting the dots to see who I could get close to this dude, who I could get to touch this dude, who's close enough for this dude to get touched, right? Did I go too far? I think I went too far. But I could just go to Mill Road and make a left on Mill Road. So the dude now, so Loose Cannon makes calls, connecting the dots, right? Yo, such and such just left the pawn shop on such as Crenshaw and Fig. It was, the pawn shop down on Crenshaw and Fig, close to the swap meet. Yeah. Now he said that he had on such and such a clothes and colors, and that he from Inglewood. He had Inglewood blood. Da 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 da. Such and such. All right, we gonna check it right now. We about to set up a little smoke session. We gonna check on that. I'm gonna get right back to you. Yeah, make sure y'all get him ASAP though, because he got 2 bands on him, and we need that back. We got to give it to the pawn shop. When you get the 2 bands off him, you keep 600 for yourself. Give me back the 14, and I'm gonna give it back to the pawn shop dude. But then he take this 1,000 to the pawn shop dude, because really he's supposed to just give 1,000 to the hitter dude, but he taking some off the top. That's just how the gang life go. The pawn shop dude needs to be arrested now, right? I'm gonna tell you why. His call leads to the dispute between the dude who robbed the rapper who didn't check in with the right people and his people. Because now y'all trying to get the jewelry back. How y'all gonna get it back? Y'all gonna just take it? How y'all gonna get the jewelry back and the money? The 2,000 that he got, he don't got the jewelry, my bad. He got just the 2,000. But y'all trying to catch the person who robbed the person that y'all didn't want. So y'all just trying to take the money. So how y'all gonna just take the money? Y'all gonna just take it? He not giving y'all money. He not just coming up off that money, sonny dummy. He not just running it. Now they got beef. Now they at war. Because the pawn shop dude made a call when he's supposed to just do a job. Melt down that stuff that I brought to you and give me money for it. That's why I'm saying the pawn shop dude need to be arrested. He's a part of the RICO. He's just an important part. The dude, Loose Cannon said, we got all the connections to make all the calls we need. The dudes that melt stuff down, we connected in with all of them. It ain't even hard to find somebody who take a little jewelry. We connected with the dude who do the running. We connected da-da-da-da. We got a football connection. And them big useless gets on Instagram like you are running from the car. They called you an active wanted fugitive. You are about to turn yourself in when you think that they want to keep you for life. That doesn't even make sense. You did all this gangster shit in the street. You was terrorizing the street. It ain't no black man, no matter what color rag he wearing, that you see as a threat to you. It ain't no black man that Big Useless sees as a threat to him. But the moment them people said, this is the second time I seen him get punked out of cops. Because when he was talking all crazy, acting like he was going to beat somebody up, the cops beat him bloody. Had T.I. in the game out there acting. Game, you a Paru. Game, you a Paru, acting like you about to jump bad on the cops for a crip. Game, you is a Paru, acting T.I., you from Atlanta. T.I., you are from Atlanta, talking about you about to jump bad for a crip. You don't know him? He extorting you. This how deep the game is. The game is deep, no diddly. Not the game, the rapper, the game as in the BS. It is so deep that the man that's extorting T.I. and Game at the same time is able to get them to fight the police for him. He able to make them risk their lives for him. They risking their lives for him, and all he does to them is extort them for money. Yeah. How Snoop Dogg do it? Snoop Dogg be extorting the fuck off these rappers too. Snoop Dogg be extorting these rappers under the guise that it's for his football team. So none of that money ever make it to the football team. None of it. Snoop Dogg's a millionaire. Let's be real. Let's be real here. Snoop Dogg's a millionaire. How much money does he need for you to fund his Pee Wee football league team? That doesn't even make sense. That shit never sat right with me. That don't make no sense. It's like Jay-Z asking for funding for a store. It just don't make sense. I don't feel very developed. I'll talk to y'all. lot of people listen to Trip Hop. That's not listening. Anybody listening to me is not smart. Some people that don't listen to me, they do. That's why they be believing these rappers. They've been trying for the longest. I like mark my words. Mark my words. Shout out to Dr. Shout out to Miller. Mark my words. As this case heats up, OTF and the Crips gonna start telling on each other. Watch. Watch. It's only one way for either of the sides of them people to save themselves, and that's by telling on a bigger, better murder. The only bigger, better murders they know of is from each other. Who could Big U tell on? Little Durk. Who could Little Durk tell on? Big U. Who else can they tell on? For Little Durk to get free, he would have to start telling on Chief Keef. Like, if he don't choose Big U, he gonna be like, yo, you know, Chief Keef is really funding all the stuff y'all think I do. Chief Keef really doing that. He's been doing it way longer. He's a bigger artist than me. They call him Michael Jackson and this shit. They only call me Prince. Yeah. Listen, man. This stuff been going on in front of our face for so long. We should know how it goes already. That's why we so on the fence with the Diddy stuff, because like, we ain't never seen nothing like with Diddy. Diddy's look like he's sitting in jail for no reason, but he's sitting there. The rest of these niggas need to go to jail. Free Diddy. I tried to throw that in there. These are Islam facts. That's my time, chat.